The city!
Sis.
When my father died in the line of duty, I hated his killer from the bottom of my heart.
What's going on here?
Dying to uphold justice sounds virtuous, but the ones left behind have to clean up the mess. Can you imagine the hardships I had to endure?
These hardships are the story of mankind's constant struggle.
I'm not gonna let anyone have it. This is my money. I'm a poor, ugly idiot. I just wanted a place where I could belong! You get that, don't you?
The art world revolves around money, after all. You can't rise up without any money. Being a poor artist is truly miserable. I just didn't want to return to that life.
These stories of strife and struggle easily let us believe that those people are rotten to the core, but just like you and me, they too also had hopes and dreams. But with their backs seemingly turned against the walls, that's when he attacked.
There's a criminal using other people's palaces to accomplish whatever they damn well please. You are nothing compared to them. Better be careful. A chance encounter with them could prove fatal.
Okumura-san?
If you fall in, the world will...
This is the tale of a conspiracy, a tale of world leadership falling under my control. I am the very essence of darkness within the heart of man. But I am not the only one. Your elected leaders, your bosses, the people you trust to guide you, are all my pawns. I am playing chess with humanity's future.
God damn it! What's this creepy-ass shit about?
He was here before me, and yet he still couldn't see. This was my plan all along.
My head!
Let the chaos begin.
You played your part well, stirring up the will of the masses into madness. But that will soon come to an end.
What I'm about to say next will leave you in utter disbelief. It was great to read your opinions on where this theory might go, but you have no idea what's coming next. It's massive. Thank you for coming back, and allow me to begin elaborating on my previous video, which if you haven't seen yet, there will be a link to it down in the description in case you want to fully understand the bigger picture of what I'm talking about here. But keep in mind, it is not required for you to watch that video in order to understand this one. That choice is completely optional. But if you plan on trying to debunk my theory, you're gonna have to go and watch that video, so that's what you get. Well, with that, let's go ahead and begin. The chapter of this part of the theory is called Unmasking the New World Order. First off, we need to start by actually getting into who Dr. Maruki actually is, because believe it or not, Maruki is a false identity.
My name is Takuto Maruki.
Stop the cap!
Maruki's outfit in the metaverse might as well just be a dead giveaway as to who he really is. Dr. Takuto Maruki's true identity is of someone we haven't seen in quite some time, so it's understandable that you wouldn't recognize him. But this man is the guide of mankind and the true master of Igor in the Velvet Room. This man's name isn't Takuto Maruki. This man's name is Philemon, the guide of humanity.
What?
Okay, I know this sounds completely ridiculous, but the evidence has been staring you right in the face the entire time. Not just in his character design, but Maruki's persona, his story, the way he's talked about by beings like Lavenza and referenced by Jose, pretty much give you a whole picture as to just why this man isn't who he claims to be.
I finally understand now. I can go back to that person whenever I want.
Hey, Jose, who's this person you keep mentioning? And while we're at it, who are you?
No matter who we are, we're always searching for ourselves. Just remember, there are more folks observing humankind than you might realize. It's a secret for now. You'll find out someday.
Maruki's entire existence is linked to a whole conspiracy around the palace rulers in Persona 5, the Black Mask Goro Akechi, and of course you can't forget Masayoshi Shido. At the crux of it all lies cognitive science, a study led by Wakaba Ishiki, who was Futaba's mom, past tense unfortunately, alongside two major conglomerates that are fighting neck by neck, basically symbolizing the spiritual battle between Nyarlathotep and Philemon, except this time it's basically a corporate war.
How are you feeling today, Rumi? Sorry I came empty-handed. I've just been so busy with the research lately. I haven't had the chance to pick up any part-time work. I know. I'll buy you flowers the next time I come. Do you remember that wildflower field we used to go to back in high school? You really loved it there, didn't you? Oh, would you prefer if I brought you some snacks instead? Which should I bring? Sweet or salty? I know you like both, so...
We need to start by breaking down Maruki's story. Maruki's story is loaded with intentional plot holes and inconsistencies put in by the writers. Maruki's whole pursuit is that of cognitive science. That alone should have been a clear indicator that he may know what this research was really about.
My cognitive science is the study of people's hearts and how they guide people's views of the world. Everyone comprehends the world in a different way, depending on their cognition. So basically, if one could tap into a person's cognitive world, one would even be able to alter how that person views reality in every way. That's what my paper's all about.
Following the attack on Rumi, somehow Maruki's sheer presence and existence alone would cause Rumi to have mental breakdowns.
Rumi, it's me. Are you alright? Can you talk?
Family. My family. Dad. Mom? No. Please. Please don't go. Ah!
Rumi, it's okay. Calm down.
Give them back! Give me my mom and dad!
We want power.
These migraines are... Damn it. Don't worry, someone's coming to help.
There's two instances where Maruki could be the cause of a traumatic experience. Either that he is the aggressor, or that he may have caused it in some way. So, what am I insinuating here? That Maruki caused the attack? No. Do not misunderstand me. For although I may be a theorist, I am not a fool. This man is not out to hurt anybody. But I believe that Maruki was mixed up in a sequence of events that got Rumi involved in a much larger conspiracy. The conspiracy surrounding cognitive science.
Memories of the incident must have resurfaced due to some sort of stimuli, like certain imagery or phrasing.
Phrasing? I'm so sorry, Rumi. It's all my fault. Deep down, I knew I could end all crime across the world. It still wouldn't bring your family back. What you truly need is to be set free from that horrible tragedy. But how can I do that?
Must seek me.
If you paid attention in Persona 5, then you might have noticed that there was an underlying plot, one reeking of political corruption and evil organizations. After all, the head of research behind cognitive science, found themselves mixed up in a lot of red tape, and that red tape led to their death at the hands of a secret organization. And I believe that the exact same people who killed Wakaba Ishiki are the ones who broke into Rumi's house, as they weren't out to kill Rumi. They were looking to kill Maruki.
I've recently met someone who thinks my research could be fruitful. If everything moves forward as planned, they may even fund my work. At that point, I'd be the first professional scientist in the world. My goal is to find a way to stop crime by putting my research into action. Many of the criminals in this world are deluded to the point of seeing everything through a distorted lens. If I could change their cognitions, it would stop them from committing crimes before they even considered them. And if I were to succeed, the things that happened to you would never happen to anyone else again.
Who's trying to kill Maruki, and why? And who really killed Wakaba Ishiki? Well, the people behind this are the same ones that were affiliated with Masayoshi Shido. Now, with a group being this evil, I too would love to know who they are. Who would have the gall, the audacity to do such evil things? What group could it possibly be, and why didn't we take them down in Persona 5? Well, this group is called the New World Order.
Guess the drug was too strong. Wake him up. No dozing off.
The New World Order, for those of you who don't know about them, is a group of corrupt politicians. They work directly under Nyarlathotep in exchange for control and power. It's through this symbiotic relationship that Nyarlathotep gets to spread chaos amongst the masses on an even wider scale than ever before, as the New World Order is a globally large organization that has its reaches within many parts of the world.
You still don't get it, do you? Give it up! Come on, cooperate. Or what? You want another shot? What about the camera? Are you thinking it can be used as video evidence?
Now, we can only assume that there might be multiple levels of government and organized crime rings involved with them, because Shido's palace exposes this. In fact, we can even have some more context on the symbolization of the New World Order. If you look around Shido's palace, you'll notice this symbol of an eye looming over the entire planet. This eye symbolizes Nyarlathotep, as these hands represent the political officials around the world that are under his influence and submitted to his control.
A Minister of Transport announcing his resignation. Things are going as planned.
And so with that, we now know who's been pursuing Maruki. It was the New World Order. But why are they pursuing Maruki in particular? Well, think back to that last clip that we played of Maruki, where he talked about stopping crime.
Deep down, I knew I could end all crime across the world.
The New World Order is the source of all crime within the world of Persona. Even though we've had multiple games and multiple protagonists, their hard work is being made and validated thanks to the New World Order, ruled by Nyarlathotep. But don't worry, luckily we do have someone that is fighting for us.
Show us the reality. The reality we wish for.
This is truly an unjust game. Your chances of winning are almost none. But if my voice is reaching you, there may yet be a possibility open to you.
No matter what trials you may face, that will be enough for you to weather the storm.
I am thou, and...
Now go forth.
If I win, my reality becomes the true reality. I will overwrite all of existence with my own cognition. I'm not holding back anymore. That is my own rebellion!
What the?
Just as you have your own beliefs, I too have no intention of changing my plans for reality. No matter what happens to me in the end, I will fix this torturous world.
We've come this far, we ain't gonna give up!
Yeah! You gotta do way better than this!
Don't underestimate our tenacity!
It's just another threat. We'll overcome it like we always do! If I run now, I know I'll regret it! Let's decide for ourselves what we want our lives to be!
I'm a bit occupied, so do your goddamn job!
You figured it out, but that changes nothing. The fall of man shall come to pass, and chaos shall bloom upon this universe.
See, it was through Nyarlathotep's meddling that society allowed for the creation of Yaldabaoth.
God is the one who creates the world!
I've made up my mind. I will see my justice through for the sake of protecting what I care about.
Morgana.
The same goes for you guys, too. If you've decided to take the world from him, don't compromise your ideals to the very end.
So how did that happen? How did people go from wanting their own independence to wanting things to be decided for them? It's not clear as to when Yaldabaoth was created, but my guess is that it was sometime around the start of Persona 3. Not the game, but the events that led up to the game. Think back to my video about saving Makoto Yuki, where I theorized about the feedback loop that was accidentally created by Yaldabaoth, and how his existence prevents the return of Nyx. It's all thanks to Yaldabaoth that there is no current resurgence of apathy syndrome.
Rebels who choose to deny the prison of regression. Why do you mere humans still dare oppose me?
If everyone falls into a deep depression and experiences apathy syndrome, then there you go, here comes Nyx. So as long as that's prevented, then Nyx will not come back. But don't misunderstand though. Just because Nyarlathotep created Yaldabaoth, it doesn't mean that he experienced a change of heart, like he wants to save humanity. No. That's not the type of god he is. He simply needs you alive so that he can torment you. Don't get the wrong idea here. Dead people cannot experience absolute despair, so whatever he's cooking, it must be worse than experiencing death. Nyarlathotep's name is written all over this situation. Think back to the palaces of Persona 5. Remember, there's no real reason for the palace rulers to have their own special sandboxes that isolate them from Yaldabaoth's influence. It doesn't make any sense. You'd think that it would be the opposite if there was good intentions behind Yaldabaoth's design. Well, no. See, this isolation itself, it only occurs so that Nyarlathotep can allow the palace rulers to frolic in their gross desires for the sake of spreading evil throughout the outside world. And as for everyone else, he imprisons them among the masses in the depths of mementos so that they cannot regain their independence. So then that poses the question, what happens to those who rebel? Well, it's simple, they get destroyed. In Persona 5, we only hear about the most impactful mental shutdowns, but according to the actual lore of Persona 5, the mental shutdowns were a widespread case.
Even me. Shit.
We assume that it was just Goro Akechi, but what if it wasn't just him? Could it be that the New World Order has their own league of persona users? And it all began here at Sae's palace when Joker gets apprehended. How the hell did the police enter the metaverse unless they had access to the metanav? It couldn't have been Akechi, as he was with us during the invasion. And one other thing as well, someone caused a chain reaction that increased the amount of shadows in Sae's palace, and then these new shadows began to work with the police as if they were being controlled by some sort of strange ability, like the power of a persona or something. But for now, let's assume that there are more persona users than we thought, and we didn't know who they were. How come they didn't make an appearance in the main story? Well, the answer lies within Mementos. Mementos isn't a prison for ordinary people. Mementos is a palace meant to imprison persona users. If you follow the request that we take on in Persona 5, you'll notice something particular about the shadows of each target. What caused them to escape their cell is something going wrong in their life that caused them to, start to rebel against society. But once you beat them and you cause a change of heart and you don't destroy them, they end up imprisoned in Mementos for some reason. Just like you, who is also a prisoner in Mementos, as the Velvet Room was inside Mementos the entire time. Each time that you change their hearts, they end up imprisoned in Mementos. But why? Well, that's probably because a change of heart is the first step towards merging the shadow with the true self. It's why at the end of each boss fight, each shadow returns to their true self. I believe that when this takes place, people gain the potential to awaken a persona.
You do that, and my real self will go down too. You have that right, since you've won.
If his mind shuts down, he can't admit his crimes.
Alright, I will leave now and return to my real self. I'll make certain.
Now I think that the next step is obviously to rebel against the ultimate suppressor, the one who forced control upon those in society, the god of control, Yaldabaoth. But before you can do so, that's when Nyarlathotep seals you in a prison cell inside of Mementos and he stops you from being able to do anything.
How did he learn of Mementos? We know everyone who might have access. Mementos is linked to the collective unconscious after all.
Everyone down here is a prisoner, and every prisoner is a person with the potential to awaken to a persona. And it's through these tactics that Nyarlathotep ropes many into just being his toys, as they fall victim to his manipulations. This would in turn drastically weaken Philemon's power, as no one is actively rebelling against this form of suppression. Everyone's just his toys, they're his pawns, his playthings. Eventually, if this continues, it could get so bad to a point where Philemon could potentially cease to exist, and the power of the wild card will become useless without a link to the collective unconscious, because that's essentially what Philemon is. Just like Nyarlathotep, he lives within all of us.
Wait, the realm of mankind's hearts? Are you telling me that this realm is...
Now, the time for your unjustly persecuted ideology is at hand.
And so, with his back against the ropes, Philemon makes his last stand. He enters the physical realm, began his quest to save the world from Nyarlathotep. It's why his study was so important, because the world of cognition was the key to defeating Nyarlathotep and freeing all of the persona users from his control. You see, if someone becomes a master of the metaverse, they can change reality. Remember the events of Persona 2 and recall that the old reality is lost. It has now become the shadow world, and this new reality was born of the cognition of the masses. It's why no matter what the protagonists do, after their story is over, there will be yet another evil entity and another wildcard user. This is Nyarlathotep playing games with us. But in Persona 5 Royal, Maruki, aka Philemon, finally gets one over Nyarlathotep. It happens after we beat Yaldabaoth. It's here that Maruki infiltrates Mementos, and he begins to use Nyarlathotep's own power against him. He uses his tentacles. But how does he do this? Well, it's all thanks to Azathoth. See, Azathoth's lore allows Maruki to basically commandeer and hijack anything that exists in all of creation, using it as if it was his own power. It's why we see Maruki using Nyarlathotep's tentacles to alter mementos and manipulate reality. Yeah, it's crazy. Imagine turning Nyarlathotep into your own tool. We even see him controlling other people's personas as well. Azathoth is pretty damn overpowered, and it's not a normal persona, especially not a persona that a human is able to awaken to. Furthermore, justifying my claim that this man is not a human. According to the Megami Tensei wiki, Azathoth, also known as the Blind Idiot God, is the ancestor to all of the other deities and entities in this universe. And yes, that includes Nyarlathotep. He is the creator god of the universe and lies in a deep sleep at the center of the universe. It is said that if he is to awaken, all of reality could cease to exist, as reality could be a result of his dreams. But what does that mean? Well, it's basically saying that Azathoth can alter reality with his dreams and thoughts alone, so with his mind. And it's because he is the embodiment of the very essence of creation of itself. So with that, we have more context on Azathoth, and even more evidence as to why Maruki isn't a human at all. Because for something like that to be your persona, it has to be your shadow first. So how could a human shadow be the very essence of creation? Yeah, I don't think so. How can we utilize this amazing ability to beat Nyarlathotep? See, this method, it all lies in merging all of the shadows with their true selves. So, Philemon's primary duty and function is to guide mankind back upon the path of self-righteousness. So, his constant failure to do so and reliance upon the wildcard users has so far only resulted in havoc. But that's only because there hasn't been enough of them. We only have seen so many Persona users, and they're few and far in between. They all have their ups and downs. But what we notice about these people is that when they merge with their other selves, they can't be controlled by other entities. It's why you're described as a metaverse rebel in Persona 5, because you can't be controlled. You've regained your independence. You see, the truth is, Nyarlathotep is indeed hiding within all of mankind. He does have a physical form, but even if you curb stomp him, he'll be fine. He can separate himself into pieces like that one shadow at the beginning of Persona 3. If you beat him down, you beat the crap out of him, he'll just transfer his consciousness over to the darkness within yet another human heart and embody the physical appearance of that person and basically become them at the same time. It's why the key to beating this man doesn't lie in beating him physically. It lies in beating him at his own game. You have to give humans back their own autonomy, free from Yaldabaoth, free from Nyarlathotep, completely dependent upon themselves. Nyarlathotep was basically acting as a shadow for all of mankind, because everyone else was separated from their true selves. That's why the act of beating Nyarlathotep isn't a physical possibility. It's something that you have to do in a different way. The way you defeat him is to give people the ability to fight against him, to be resistant to his manipulations. Give people back their autonomy. Give them back their shadows. Let them be united with their true selves.
Be gone.
Preposterous! You dare wrong the people's wishes?
I had a great time making this. I'd like to thank you for watching this far in, as most people just genuinely don't give a damn, as they have better things to do than to watch what I have to make. So, I hope that you enjoyed this and that you plan on sticking around and coming back for more. So you can share this if you want to, react to it, download it, do whatever. This video, it belongs to you. It belongs to the whole community, as it is one project within my entire Series 1. This project is complete with 2 parts, and of course there will be more projects to come. So if you want to keep an eye on these type of projects and you want to contribute, the best thing you could do for me is go follow that playlist of Series 1. Share it with people. Share, because that helps me grow. It helps the algorithm know that more people are interested.
So you stayed until the end?